What's up, everybody? We are in Ohio. We are crossing the river into Ohio right now. We're about 45 minutes from where we're going to be hunting this year. This is a trip that we look forward to every year, me and my buddies, my brother. This year we got my uncle, a friend from work. It's going to be their first time hunting Ohio. So we're going to be getting them in a tree as soon as we get up here. First things first, we're going to get both of them in a tree and get them hunting. Hopefully by 2 o'clock, and it's 12:30 or it's 12:15 now. So we're going to try to get them in a tree first, and then as soon as we get them settled in, me and Aaron, we're going to go out and check a lot of these cameras that we put out in August, and hopefully if those have any good sign on them, we'll be in there in the morning to hunt. But yeah, we're here, we're excited. It should be some good weather for us, and the pre-rut's starting to kick in pretty good. We're starting to see some pretty good activity on our cameras. So hopefully we can put one on the ground this year, but we'll see. All right, I want to make this quick. There goes Aaron right there. We got to the top of this ridge system. Yesterday we come up here, check some cameras, and had at least four and a half year old shooters on this camera, or on one of these cameras, and one of them daylighted yesterday morning at 8:45. A big 8-pointer come across this bank, made this scrape, and then probably went over into here. So the wind's blowing not consistent. It's going this way and that way, so honestly it could happen either way. But I'm going to try to get set up in one of these trees right off the edge and hopefully catch these bucks coming up out of this bottom in the evening to come up here and hit these scrapes. And sound like something running, but hopefully maybe check these scrapes, check these doe groups that are in here. So we'll see. We've had plenty of does on camera, but scrapes are heating up. So this is where we need to be, right in here. All right, it's day 2. We got in yesterday, spent the day checking cameras, checking a few cameras, getting my uncle in a spot, getting my buddy in a spot. But anyways, so me and Aaron came into this spot back in, we scouted it back in March. Found like 2 or 3 sheds right here on this ridge system, on these ridge systems right here. Found tons of old rut sign from the previous fall. So we came back in August. We hung about 3 or 4 trail cameras back here, just 1 or 2 on each system, and we came in yesterday. Checked one of them, or 2 of them. One of them right over the bank from me here had a 8-pointer, probably a 3.5-year-old 8-point, come through at about 9 a.m. yesterday morning, and he was hitting scrapes, and then he came up here, made a scrape on the top of the ridge, and then I'm guessing he went off down behind me here. With that being said, when we checked the camera, there was at least 3 to 4 good 3.5, 4.5, maybe even older 5.5 shooter bucks on this camera in the last 2 weeks. Mostly nighttime, a couple daytime pictures, but we think there's a clear cut right over here, right over my shoulder here, and it goes down into this bottom here into a deep drainage. But what we're thinking these deer are doing are coming up this ridge and hitting these scrapes at nighttime and funneling down, closer to the road at night to feed. But we think we're in some good spots. Aaron's over the ridge on the other side trying to catch them skirting the bottom or the top half there, and then I'm on this side trying to do the same. So hopefully something comes through. I think we're going to set here for at least a week. We think if we give it a week or so, there should be a good buck come through at least once or twice. There's a few in the area that I'm really excited to go after. One of them is an 11 point, and then we have another big 8 or 9 point that's all funky looking. He's got a big dagger coming off the front of his base on his right side.
But I'm going to get off here. Hopefully something comes through here soon. It's still early, kind of warm, but they are making scrapes and laying down sign, getting ready for this pre-rut. So hopefully something comes through. Morning number 3. Finally cooled down a little bit. We had a decent frost this morning. Woods are dead quiet right now, dead silent, no wind. Sounds like something over there. But we're back on the same ridge again. The plan is today is me and Aaron are going to hunt this. Aaron had an 8-pointer at 30 yards yesterday. A decent one. Not sure if it's a shooter or not. He said he would have to take it if it had the opportunity, maybe. But Aaron had a nice 8-pointer stand and make a scrape in front of him yesterday. And I had a deer come in behind me as I was packing up my stuff last night. So we're going to hunt here this morning. And I think I'm going to move my set over there. If I don't get anything this morning, I'm going to move it down the ridge further back. And then this evening, we're not going to hunt. We're going to go check cameras in some other spots that we haven't been to yet. And then we'll go from there. But it's going to be a good morning. I feel like it's real cold. I think it's about 35 degrees. But hopefully we get some movement here soon. This is a good morning. It's about 2:45. Not been the best day so far. It's been pretty slow. Haven't seen a deer yet. I don't know if Aaron's seen anything or not, but I don't know what's been going on. I mean, it's still pretty cool out here. I bet it's only maybe 55, 60 degrees. But I don't know. We've had a slight breeze all day, and it keeps blowing every which way, but I really figured I'd at least see some does on this ridge here. What I plan on doing tomorrow is, if I don't kill anything this evening, I want to come back in the morning and hunt till about maybe 11:30, 12 o'clock. And then I'm going to climb down and go and climb that ridge over here behind me. Well, I'm going to have to go around and meet on the top of that ridge. I have 2 trail cameras set up on the edge of a clear cut way back over there. And I'm wondering if these warmer temperatures are keeping these deer, keeping these bucks sort of closer to bedding right now. And they're just not moving much in the daylight, like out here in the open right now. But I don't know. Hopefully something comes by here soon. If not, then that's the plan for tomorrow. We're just going to hunt it tomorrow morning, and then me and Aaron will go scout and maybe try to find some sign that's fresh. That way we can try to get on these things. The rut should be starting around next week. Should start picking up, so should start to see some of these bucks out cruising within the next week or so. Alright, it's day 4. I moved my stand, where I moved my saddle platform, about 2 200 yards up the ridge, and I came off the side, of this hill about 60 yards, 70 yards down into the bottom a little bit more. It's pretty windy this morning. It's kind of warm. It's almost 60 degrees already. But I tried to get closer to this clear cut that's over across the bottom from me. And what we got is behind me I have a saddle, has a big scrape right in the middle of it, going across the logging road, going into the next ridge system. And then there was a couple, sounds like everything's walking around me. Then there was a couple trails, real small slot trails going down into this bottom right where I'm set up here, and it looks like they're feeding across and then going into that clear cut on the other side. So who knows? If we don't see anything this morning, I think me and Aaron's going to pull our stands out or pull our saddles out, and we're going to go check some cameras this afternoon when it's real warm and go find go try to get on some hotter sign. Maybe we might come back to this spot later in the week. We're probably going to sit tight till about 11 and see if anything happens, but if not, we'll be moving today to try to find some hotter sign. Sure am glad that wasn't a shooter. He came in the worst possible angle out of this tree I could have had. And he got to the base of my tree and he seen my shirt. I balled my shirt up that I was sweating in and tucked it in next to this log. And he walked in and seen it there, and he didn't like that. So he didn't really spook out. He just kind of bounded up the hill a little bit and he walked off. But yeah, that was pretty cool. He snuck in right behind me. I seen him coming down the ridge. And he came to about 1 yard. I just want to take a second. There is no way anybody can say that I do not earn these deer. Holy crap. I'm 1.5 miles back. And it is like 75 degrees. I'm about 90% there though. Once I get to the top of this ridge right here, it shouldn't be that bad. But luckily the wind's picked up quite a bit, so that should cover my way going into this spot here. I'll tell you more about the spot whenever I get set up over here. We still got about, I don't know, 700-800 yards to go. So, but luckily it's all downhill from here once I get to the top. But I'll see you in the tree. All right, everybody, I was trying to let the wind die down. The wind is absolutely terrible today. So the last time you seen me, we were in a tree about 2 days ago, and we took a break from hunting for about 2 days to go and check cameras and do some scouting. It's been 70 plus for the last 2 days, and
it's just been miserable. It's been unbearable to hunt. But what we did find out is we came in here and checked some of these cameras that are way back off the road, about 1.5 miles, a little bit farther, and they're in these saddles. And we checked this one and another one across the ridge. Both seem to be looking like about the same amount of activity. A lot of daylight activity from does and young bucks, and probably a couple decent shooters. And we know of one really big one in here so far. But with that being said, even though it's really warm today, I went ahead and brought all my stuff, brought all my camera gear, and I think I'm going to set up here, do probably 6 or 7 all-day sits for the next 7 days. The rut's picking up. Actually, 2 days ago, I had a doe getting dogged by by probably a 2.5-year-old buck right here at about 10 a.m. So I'd say the rut's starting to heat up pretty good. So I'd say in the next few days we should start seeing some good action, especially with the temps starting to fall off a little bit more than they have been. But that being said, it's about 12 o'clock, 12:30 I think, so we still got a long time this evening. Yeah, 12:20. We still got a long sit today, so we're just going to tuck in here and hopefully we can stay out of this wind the best we can. But have high hopes for this spot. Aaron had to go home back to Tennessee, and he'll be coming back up in 2 days. He's going to come back up, and he had to go work for a couple days, and then he's going to come back up and he's going to sit in the other saddle across the holler there. So hopefully there's no way we can hopefully there's no way these bucks can get through either one of us. But it should be a good next week of hunting with this rut picking up, so hopefully something comes by.
He's in the scrape. He's in the scrape right here at me. I'm gonna video him.
Okay, everybody, it's been about an hour. I don't know what to say. I can make excuses all day long on why I gypped that shot right there, but I mean, I had this branch. You can see I had this branch right here. I even had to take this zip tie and keep the branch pulled over that way because I knew it was going to be in the way of this shot. But he was standing right there. Perfect 17-yard shot. And when I went to pull the bow back, my cam and my limb was hitting this branch right here, and he was right there. But I couldn't, but I thought I was gonna be able to pull it off, and whenever I did, he even took a step. When I slowed the video down, he took a step, and that put the arrow going right through the middle of his guts, it looks like. I absolutely hate that. That was a very big deer. But with that being said, I gave him about an hour and a half now, about an hour or so. I'm going to slide down the tree real quietly. I'm not even going to go down there and check my arrow because I know exactly what it's going to look like. And then I'm going to go off the back side of the ridge here and sneak my way out of here. And I'm going to give this deer plenty of time before I even think about coming in here to track him. He's going to die. It's just a matter of when. So I'll see y'all back at the hotel. All right, everybody. We just had the tracking dogs show up. We're gonna go track that buck that we shot this morning about 8:30. We've given him about 12, 13 hours of lay time, and we got about a mile and a half, little over a mile walk in. But we're pretty sure that we're gonna find a deer at the end of this trail. So just stick with us. Way you heard me or anything?
Good.
And there ain't nobody hunting back here.
Hopefully he's under 400 yards.
I'd almost be.
Go. I'm gonna see all kinds of cows sitting here too. That sucks. That 150.
Yeah. Are you coming, Pokey?
Go ahead, Norm.
Well, we're at the initial hit site. We're just seeing a lot of knock. We're about to send the dog in. Hang on, let me turn my light off. We're about to turn the dog loose and see if he can get on the track here, and hopefully he's not, more than 100 yards away. I haven't even seen him, so who knows what's over here.
He knows what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's covered.
Oh, it is. Damn.
What?
Look at that.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's what I'm talking about.
Did you find him?
Hell yeah.
Oh. We can barely hear you, man. Oh, I can smell him. I can smell him from here.
Yeah. You know what really pisses me off?
What's that?
We could have had this son of a gun an hour ago.
I know. Hey, we followed blood up the hill.
Dude, he was right there on top of it.
Is he big?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, brother.
Man.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. Look at this freaking thing. Oh, my goodness.
Come here, Jake.
There you go.
Come on.
Good dog.
Come on.
Oh my God. Thanks, brother.
Hey,
I really appreciate it. I don't know if we'd have found this thing. Because what we had to run off of,
Yeah.
there was hardly no blood.
That is a stud.
What do you think, Matt?
That's a good deer, dude.
That's a good deer.
That's worth a 6-hour trip.
Man, we heard you hooting and hollering over there. And I was like, what's that? I said, what's that mean? She said, you might want to go over there.
Heck yeah, dude.
We was right on top of him. I didn't trust him and pulled him back.
Yeah, I was about to say, whenever you took off, we started going up the ridge there, and we were finding little specks.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast, man. He is a beast.
I thought he was going to go back to the truck. I was watching the handheld.
Yeah.
And we just walked in right back over here, so.
Oh my goodness.
I guess he tried to make it up out of this drainage. And
Yeah, what did he come off this
he
right
came
here?
off right there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See, we was just right up there.
Yeah, okay. We seen you going up, and then you disappeared, and I was like, man, they're getting pretty far away.
Yeah,
Man.
He traveled a little bit, but I think we're still right there around 400 yards.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Just like I told you this morning on the phone. If you didn't push him, we'd find him usually under 400 yards.
Man, he died right in this thick drainage. That is freaking awesome, dude. I am so, look at that freaking frame. I got that whole thing on film too.
Awesome, bud.
Man. All right, everybody, it's the next day here. We're about to take him to the processor, the buck I shot yesterday. We didn't get him back in, or we didn't get him out till about 5:30 this morning. It was a long drag. Had to drag him a little over a mile, but overall, couldn't have asked for a better hunt. Here he is in the daylight. Got a little kicker off of his G2 there. Really good buck though. Couldn't ask for a better public land Ohio buck. And I want to thank Kenny Frost and Stacy Frost with the Northeast Big Game Recovery. They drove all the way up from Tennessee, brought their dog up the day I shot him, and we made quick work of it. Their dogs are really good. We made quick work of this deer, and we found him within just maybe about 15 minutes of getting on the track. So, and I also want to thank Matt Richards. He's a really good buddy of mine. He helped me drag this thing out last night, and without him, there's no way I would have been able to do this by myself. So, everybody that comes together to help us out, or help everybody out, each other out whenever we're doing this stuff, that's what makes it all worth it, and that's where all the memories come from. So, luckily, I get to stay for a few more days, probably about another week, and I'm going to be filming my buddies. I'm going to be filming my brother, and hopefully we can get another one down on camera for the same video before I post it. And but I'm tagged out in Ohio, so now I got tags to fill in Tennessee and Virginia, and we'll see if we can make it happen. Thanks for watching.